Hey guys, this episode comes from the first issue of the new Star Wars 2020 comic book line, set right after Empire Strikes Back, in which Luke confronts Vader and Han is frozen in carbonite. How he builds his green lightsaber and learns how to be the Jedi he is during Return of the Jedi is yet to be learned. I'm really excited to find out what Disney does with Luke this time. Now, before we get started, I'd like to remind you all to like, subscribe, and to hit the notification bell to keep up to date with my latest vids. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. The story crashes into action as we see a close-up of Luke's hand as Vader chops it off brutally. We see and hear Luke's thoughts as Vader's words spiral around uncontrollably. We feel the agony of the realization Luke has learned. Weighing up everything he's been told, we see him slouched over hauntingly in the Millennium Falcon. Leia and Chewie argue with Lando over going back for Han and whether they can still trust him. Luke snaps out of it as he hears how Han has been taken by infamous bounty hunter Boba Fett to Jabba the Hutt. Luke then tells Leia about how he reached out to Ben with the Force during his confrontation and how Ben didn't answer. They then jump to Lightspeed to meet up with the Rebel fleet. At this time, the fleet is under attack by a blockade of Star Destroyers. On board one of the Rebel transports, Krell, Shara, and Poe Dameron's father sit around discussing how for them space battles are a bit of a vacation as they have limited piloting skills. As the battle continues, the Rebels read another ship dropping out of hyperspace. It's the Millennium Falcon. The Imperials do whatever they can to destroy it. As a swarm of TIE fighters chase after them, Luke, Leia hop on the guns while Chewie takes the wheel. The Millennium Falcon is hit and Luke suddenly starts seeing visions again of Obi-Wan and Vader distracting him. Luke closes his eyes in deep anger and frustration as the TIEs appear to fly into each other. Leia contacts Luke using her comlink, and he wakes up, again fearful to see the power he's unleashed. Lando and Chewie unleash missiles and some Star Destroyers, allowing room for the fleet to escape. The Imperial Fleet Commander rages. She contacts Vader in spite of failure. Vader only warns her to never attack the Falcon again, as it often holds someone of significant importance to him and the Emperor. Afterward, the rebels discuss how the Empire were able to track their location and such. We then see a concerning shot of Luke with R2 by an empty window. He tries to contact Yoda for help, but again he receives no response. We can infer that as he cracks the window using the Force, he's tapping into the dark side. Luke explains to R2 how he's doubting his capabilities and the way of the Jedi, even saying, I quote, "I feel confused, I'm angry, I'm afraid." A nod to Empire Strikes Back when Yoda tells him he will be afraid.
I'm not afraid.
Good.
You will be. You will be.
The cracked window is also a nod to issue 6 of the 2015 Star Wars comic line, when Vader learns Palpatine lied to him about not having children, similar to how Luke feels lied to about his father by Obi-Wan. The comic ends with Luke questioning who he is supposed to be. So from this, we can guess this comic is going to be about how Luke finds himself. This was a great issue. This was a great introduction, and I can't wait for the next issue. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload. May the Force be with you. Always.